Cowboy Shot. Welcome, Emily. Thanks so much for coming.
Yeah.
So you are a director and a writer, and also we looked at the credits. You're also an editor. Is that right?
I did edit
You
the
edited the film?
short.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So what is like your background?
Yeah, for sure. So I was born and raised in Seoul, South Korea
Oh, okay.
until 2011. And then my family moved to Hawaii. And then I moved to LA 2018. I went to
Okay.
USC for film school.
Nice.
And then graduated 2022 and have been pursuing directing, writing. I also act. I'm
Okay.
typically not an editor, but for this short film, I was.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
So you moved to America when you were 11,
Yes.
and that's why your accent perfect.
I also
Impeccable.
went to an international school in Korea, and my parents are American, and I just spoke English at home growing up.
Your parents
so-
are Korean American?
Yeah, they're Korean American. So, like, even though I was born in Korea, I am technically American citizen. And my Korean is actually not the best, which was
Okay,
interesting
wait.
directing
That
this
makes me feel
too.
better because me too.
Okay, girl. Yes. Where are you guys from?
Oh,
Go
go ahead.
Oh, we're both originally from LA. So
Okay.
I was born in LA but raised in OC, and he's from
I'm from Santa Monica.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, born and raised in LA. Yeah.
folk.
Yeah.
local folks.
And then we moved out here to South Pasadena.
Not
Best
too long
decision
ago.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which part of LA do you live in?
I live in East Hollywood.
We can
Okay.
clip that if we can get rid of that.
Yeah.
if you
don't
don't.
mind.
East Hollywood's big.
Yeah,
That's true.
I live in East Hollywood, but I was sorry I'm late. Thank you so much for.
no
Yeah, I
worries,
was
yeah.
coming from like. Do you know the Groundlings School or the Groundlings Theater? It's improv, and today was our last class, and so we
Oh.
were having like a celebratory drinks
fun.
event
Okay.
afterwards.
So you
but-
So you're a little tipsy right now.
I know, right?
Calling it out. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I only drink water,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm happy I made it. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So the movie we're about to watch is To the Lights. When did you make this movie, and what was the process of it?
I wrote the feature film first for a class at USC, and then the proof of concept, or the short is a proof of concept for that feature. So then the short script was born like 2020, or maybe it was 2019. It was the semester where I was preparing for my junior thesis film, and this was originally going to be that, but then COVID happened and
Right.
the pandemic. And
Yeah, so what did you do? Like, I know other schools, NIFA in particular, like in 2020, the seniors had to make a short film using stock footage,
Yeah, that's
something like that. So what did you guys
Oh.
have to do?
I went back home to Hawaii, and we still had to make our junior thesis films
Okay.
live action, or I guess some people did animation, but I went home, and because I just acted in it with my mom. It was a completely different story. I had to scrap the To the Lights short because I was not feasible with
Right. Totally.
zero resources at home. So my mom and I acted in a short,
Okay,
and it
nice.
was actually really fun. One of the best experiences.
Does
at
your
USC.
mom act?
She acts for me.
Okay.
She's not an actress, but I think actually now I could say that she is, because she's acted in like 4 of my projects.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
wow.
So you think you'd always like work with your mom?
I'd love to.
That's so
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That reminds me of Pen 15.
Yes.
watched it.
Yes.
Very, actually, the short that I directed at home with my mom was very Pen 15 coded. Like, I was wearing braces and playing a 13-year-old, and she's
Bowl
Get a
cut
bowl
and
cut,
everything.
yeah.
yes, I had the
Nah, stop.
thing. Yeah.
That's one of our favorites shows.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
We
me
watch it
too. I
all the
love
time.
My Erskine. Oh yes, so the script, yes, I wrote a version of it, and then it had to be scrapped, and then I ended up making it outside of school, just independently. So we crowdfunded, and that was all in 2022. Yes,
Nice.
How was crowdfunding?
that was quite the challenge.
Yeah.
We did GoFundMe, and I'm not sure if I would crowdfund again. I feel like it's hard to continue to ask people to
Totally.
donate.
Yeah, it's like you have a one chance thing, and then it's like,
yeah.
sorry, I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's only the $50 you're gonna get from me.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah.
So on
Yeah.
GoFundMe, you have to hit a certain percentage, right, to get the money at all?
I think it's 100%.
Oh.
Damn.
So, and you have 3 weeks, I think, or 31 days. But luckily, we reached our goal early. Actually, our biggest funder was just this random man from LinkedIn. I literally searched in the LinkedIn bar North Korea, and I found a man who lives in Sweden who resonated with North Korean stories and was a producer on some documentaries, and I cold reached out to him, and he was
that's the way to do it. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
very
smart.
And he's our executive producer. He's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I was gonna ask, like, what was your marketing strategy for that?
It
So,
was
yeah, cold call.
Cold call
reaching
North
out
Koreans.
and obviously,
Cold calling North Koreans.
social media and family, friends, all of it.
So what was the goal? How much was the money? Or like, how much was
we
it?
raised $15,000 on
And
oh
so
wait, not GoFundMe. Sorry, Kickstarter.
Kickstarter? Cool.
Yeah.
Shout out Kickstarter.
Yes.
For some reason, he has to
I
shout out everyone.
everybody. You know, what's the executive producer's name?
Well, I don't know if he like wants to be named because he didn't want his name in the
I
credits. He has like a production company.
Okay.
So he's just like a very sweet, nice person.
He's
altruistic.
He's very generous and
Aw.
cares about North Korean human rights, and also has his own affiliations with North Korea that he's been involved with. So yeah.
Very nice.
So speaking on North Korea, this is like a heavy topic. Yeah. Did you have to like do a lot of mental preparation for a story like this?
Yeah, I did a lot of research because growing up in South Korea, I was always curious about North Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Felt like it was kind of the elephant in the room
Yeah.
in the sense that no one ever spoke about it, but it's so strange because it's not that far away from Seoul.
Yeah.
And we live on it felt like we lived on an island because it's a peninsula, but you can't go north,
Right.
you know, and we share the same blood and family and history, and it's just so strange that the only time we heard about North Korea was in the news, and it was focused on nuclear warfare or politics, or when it was depicted in the media, it was like an evil militarized nation or a meme,
Right.
you know. But there weren't any
Like The
stories.
Interview.
Yeah,
Have you watched
exactly.
that movie? Yeah.
But there weren't any stories about the day-to-day people or, you know, just highlighting the humanity of North Korea. So I was more so interested in telling that story. And so I read books and watched documentaries, and I joined the Liberty in North Korea chapter at USC, and they're a nonprofit organization. They have different branches at universities.
Mm-hmm.
And then I befriended a North Korean defector through that club, and he was like a huge help in terms of the authenticity of the film, and he zoomed with our actors and helped them with their accents, and was just the best resource.
I got chills. Like when you were researching, was it like, it's hard, it's difficult because it like you said, it's not that far from like South Korea locationally, but also just like our family history. Like my grandparents on my dad's side, so his parents were born and raised in North Korea. Wow. So it's like very, it's not far off at all.
Not far off at all.
Very close generational.
Exactly, exactly. That's what I mean.
So let's play it, and we could talk through it while we watch it.
Okay, cool.
You also went through Omeletto. How was that process? You just sent them just
Yeah.
the thing, and they just said, "Yeah, we love it."
Yeah, is that how
Yeah,
it works?
it was, I think just through Film Freeway. I think it's a free submission. Did I make that up?
Did I make it up?
It was very easy.
I also took a look at the film's Instagram, and this location, their bedroom, is an apartment in LA.
Yeah, it's a house in Torrance, but we were super lucky. Our producer had a friend who inherited this house from his grandparents that he was going to renovate anyway, so he was like, do whatever you want with the place. So we painted the walls, put flooring down, built doors, drilled nails into the wall. Like, it was crazy.
You
That's
built like
insane.
actual walls or just like faux
Like
walls?
that. Do you see where that
Or a
window
door.
is?
Uh-huh.
That's a faux wall.
Oh.
Like, that was a door that our art director made into a wall with a window.
That's
So she
sick.
drilled into the door?
She like went to the woodworking area of USC and like was cutting wood to make like a wall.
So the light behind it is just, it's not like sunlight, it's just a light.
Yeah, it's just a light, and there's a kitchen behind there.
Oh wow.
My biggest question is, where did you find these actors?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So Alyssa, our little star, our queen, she's only 13 at the time when we cast this, but she had been in Frozen, the Broadway musical. So she does musical theater and is so talented, and her whole family's talented. Her brother is Alan Kim from Minari, like the little boy.
Oh my god, yeah.
So they're both siblings are amazing, and she nailed it from the first audition that we had. And I reached out to her parents directly. And then the rest of the cast was mostly through, or I think, yeah, all of the rest of the cast was through our casting director, Michael. He had casted some features and has worked with like Hiro Murai, and also has worked with Justin Chan. And I watched Miss Purple and initially inquired just about these two child actors. But then they weren't available, or like they weren't acting anymore. So he said, oh, why don't you just send me your script and your materials just in case I can help in any way. And I was like, oh, we don't have a budget for a casting director. So,
Right.
But he ended up reading the script and not even caring that we couldn't pay him. He was just so passionate about the story. He was like, I'll do this for free.
That's
So
sick,
he
yeah.
was amazing, and he found the rest of our wonderful cast.
I
Yeah.
love the dad, the one who plays the dad.
Yes, Chongman, he's amazing.
He has such a great face.
He has such a great face. He has such a great face. He is one of the best actors I've ever worked with. So dedicated and passionate, and also did his own research. And I mean, he cut his hair for this role too. He had like long hair before, and
Wow.
really went all in.
Yeah.
I can't thank him enough. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's when you know like an actor really believes in the story, is when it, like just chop it off.
Yeah, he was
Cut it.
so down. Yeah.
Because they never do that. You see like a short film and they're like, that you're in 1940s, but you have a mullet. What is
Right,
going on?
right.
That doesn't make any sense. It
Yeah.
totally takes you out. But this, like the whole production design, like all of this is amazing. Now, is this the same house in Torrance? Or?
No, this is the only separate location we filmed at. This
Okay.
was an apartment near USC. My friend's bedroom. He very generously let us rearrange his entire room.
That's a very nice movement right there. So what was like the biggest cost? Was it the actors, the locations, or?
The locations were all free, which is a miracle.
Yeah.
I would say that the biggest cost was probably, and I was also lucky because I was a student when this wasn't a student project, but I was a student at the time. So all of my friends were students and like willing to work for free. And so I'd say that the biggest cost was probably like equipment rentals, production design, that kind of thing.
중국이 아주 안전한 건 아니야.
Yeah.
Where did you get that
우리
prop,
벌써 여기
the
일주일이나
radio?
있었어.
That was from a prop rental house.
Yeah, it's so huge.
It looks like something from History for Hire.
Yeah, that prop
Oh
house.
my god, it might be. Oh yeah, because you
might-
guys are production
Yeah.
designers. Yes.
We appreciate like everything
Yeah.
that your production designer did.
Oh yeah, they're amazing. The art department. I had shared some stills and photos from North Korean homes, and also homes like in this town, because this boy right now is living in China in the story, and so from this specific town, and they took it and like killed it.
Now, is this song copyrighted, or did you guys
No,
make the
I
song?
had a friend write the song, and then a different friend sing the song.
And that video.
Yeah,
was
the
that-
video is that.
That is a short film I had produced.
Oh, okay, see,
And
I was right. I was thinking it's like she must have like did the short film or like.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You're using stuff. Very resourceful.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and the director of that short film that was playing on the TV produced my short. So we swapped roles. Yeah.
How was it for the actors to learn like a North Korean accent?
Yeah, that was definitely something new for like the kids. But I think that the at least the dad character Chongman and then the man who plays like his superior in the policeman coming up, they had actually played North Korean characters before, so they were a little bit familiar with it. Yeah. But my North Korean defector friend helped a lot with the nuances of that. Yeah.
And then this room, is this in the same house?
Yeah, this is the same house. They just flipped it over one weekend, which was
so great.
crazy.
Did they paint the walls? Is it
Yeah,
wallpaper?
they painted the walls and the ceiling.
They did such a
The
great
ceiling?
job with like aging
Yeah.
it. It looks like cement.
Yeah, it looks cement. Yeah, the audio is great too.
Mm-hmm.
It gets that echoey, like empty room. That has, like,
Yeah.
concrete. Yeah.
Our sound designer for doing shout outs. Shout out Alex.
Shout out Alex.
Where did you find the uniforms?
I forget the name of the warehouse, but it was one of those big wardrobe warehouses, and they have a lot of army uniforms from all over the place.
Was this one they said was like specifically a North Korean?
Yeah, this is specifically North Korean.
영화 때문에 우리 경연하는 아버지를 배반한다고. 하여튼 이 욕심도 많은 것들이 지장나고.
I want a casting director.
I know. Me and Sally wrote a script like maybe 3 years ago. That was like a Korean story about a grandfather and granddaughter duo who decide to steal like a dog from like the shaman-esque lady, and then kind of bites them, you know, in the ass later in the movie. And it was self-funded, and we were crewing up and everything, and we put out the casting call on Backstage. Can't find any Koreans. Can't find anyone that like matched the look or anything like that. And so when we saw your film, we were like, how did she achieve
Yeah.
this? How did you do this? How did you do it in LA?
How did you find these actors?
Did you like
and
fly people from Korea to come here and everything?
Luckily, they all lived in LA or near LA, and yeah, I just got really lucky with Michael being super generous with his time and his talents, and he also is well connected to the Korean American acting community because the Korean American and the Korean acting community because he's worked with Justin Chon and like casted for Miss Purple, and he also recognized this would be a challenge for me to cast alone because I was looking for Korean speaking actors, also children.
Right.
Also, this is emotionally
Yeah.
charged scenes, so really dedicated actors. And he found all of it. So
How'd you do that effect? You just threw blood in his face?
yes, it was fake blood in a
Squirt gun?
bottle.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Scoreboard. That's
Yeah.
nice.
깨끗이 치워버려.
Very cool.
Really, like less is more with production design and things like this.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. What was the biggest challenge that you faced that might have made you think this wasn't achievable or anything?
Yeah. So many challenges. I think maybe location. Like before we found this house, I think that was our biggest struggle because
못 구해와서 미안하다.
they're all interiors. We obviously could not shoot any exteriors, so we knew we really had to nail the production design, you know, and selling an authentic North Korea was so important, and it really just came down to location, and like we were looking at
우리 순이가
studios and like places we could rent, and it was all just so expensive and out of
Right.
our budget, so this was just perfect that we had total creative control. Yeah.
I keep saying it, but the art department is just
Yeah.
because like before I
nice.
looked into your film and the Instagram page, I really thought you shot this in Korea, like somewhere in Korea.
Yeah. This was just in Torrance. It's crazy.
Yeah, just
Torrance. The South
coming from like the art
Bay.
department side of it, like
Yeah.
a lot of short films, they kind of they just don't think about art.
Yeah.
They think, well, I got my camera guy, I got my DP.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. And so when me and Sally would get on set, or it'll sometimes just be like a one-person job. They want us to design this whole like setup and everything, and they don't give us the manpower,
Or the budget.
the budget, or even pre-production days
Yes.
Oh my
to gather
gosh.
materials and all that, which is insane because you have a camera that shoots like 4K or just,
Right.
and you're pointed at something, and then the audience is like, they don't know what camera you're shooting with. What they do see is a really shitty wall.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
crystal
A really
clear,
very
white
crystal
wall
clear
rooms.
just bad design.
Right.
And so when we saw this,
Yeah.
and then just understanding the story that it was done in torrents, that's like, we have to get you on the podcast. I was like, that's it, we got to get
Yeah.
you on the podcast. The actors, how you found Korean actors in LA,
Yeah.
it was it's such an achievement. And
it's
it's not even that, it's also just a great film too.
It is a great film.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely all because of the team. Like,
Yeah.
we had, I mean, every single person on our crew was so talented and also generous, like with pre-production. We were all second semester seniors, and so like for people to dedicate their time to this project was really just amazing to me, because I wasn't really paying anyone. It was just like a passion project, you know.
But that's
We
when
were
you know, like,
students.
the script like really stands on its own, and not just that, like that this film like had to be made, that
Yeah.
everything conspired for you.
And they're just like, speaking of pre-production, I mean, they like, we came to this location weeks before we started shooting so that Art could get everything set up, and it was always like a drive to Torrance, but people would take time out of their
Totally.
weekends, you know, outside of their school schedule
Yeah.
to come and dress the set and prepare. And then our actors, we also had countless rehearsals in the space, because food is such a central theme. We would get together and eat together on the floor like a
Nice,
family,
yeah.
so that
Oh,
we
I
could
love
build that
that, yeah.
chemistry and build our real life relationships, not just between director and actor, but actor and actor as well. And I think that's why their performances are so strong. And our DP also, Joseph Yao, shout out Joseph,
Shout out.
is amazing. And right, like, we're shooting a camera in this room. We're gonna see all four walls of this room. So I think the way that our camera and lighting team was able to highlight the production design, and then
Yeah.
like, for example, like, the whole story takes place over one day. It starts from, you know, daytime to nighttime. And so, like, everything was intentional from the discussions with Joseph about, in the daytime we want to see more of the house because it's more lit, so we can like really highlight the production design with wider angles. And we're also it's a lighter tone at the beginning, so like less shallow depth of, like, a deeper depth of field when we're shooting close-ups of our actors and everything. And it all is just harmonious with the production design, the camera, the acting, the performances. I was
Balance,
like,
yeah.
everyone slayed their job.
It's Hongbae, is that his name? Hongbae's apartment. When we see the exterior of that, is that like a green screen?
That is our VFX artist who did that with magic. I don't know how
he did it.
When we shot
That
it,
looks
it
amazing,
was,
yeah.
it was a blue screen, or maybe it was a green screen. It was a screen that he superimposed this VFX image onto.
And then for the actual like imagery, where did he Photoshop it together?
Yeah, he photoshopped it together. I gave him inspiration pictures, and then he ended up pulling from a bunch of images and kind of combining it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you do any rehearsals with the actors beforehand?
Yeah, we did a lot of rehearsals and a lot of just hanging out, getting to know each other, having fun.
Your
I
sets
love
sound
eating.
fun, yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
your sets sound great. I just like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we should
It's
do
a
that
good time.
for our next short, like
Yeah,
hang
just
out with
hang
them.
out with the actors. Yeah, totally. I mean, that
Force them.
builds bond. Yeah, I'm not against that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
What did you have for crafties and for
Yes.
lunch?
Oh, for Crafty, we had all the H Mart snacks.
Yeah.
we had boba too. For lunch, what did we have? I think we had like tonkatsu one day, or like we had Korean food, and maybe kimbap another
This
day.
was
I
a
don't
great
remember
set.
specifically, but We had all kinds of tasty food for sure.
And how many days of shoot?
4 days. It was 2 weekends. Yeah.
Okay.
Why doesn't he go with her?
Because it's just a proof of concept. I left some questions to be asked, like that one, but it's sort of because he is a part of the police force, and so it creates complications.
Yeah.
And I think
Too recognizable too, I bet.
yeah,
Yeah.
he would draw more attention if he were to leave with his daughter because he's so involved with the
Right.
government. So the best
I
myself
read
was
one of the
act.
comments and they said he let her go so that he can cover for her as well.
Yeah, because he has to deal with the radio as well, and that was under his investigation. So, and this is the reality of a lot of North Korean families where they can't all leave at
Yeah.
once, and so that's kind of, I wanted to encapsulate all the moments leading up to an escape and the conversations and discussions and that emotional journey.
Yeah.
Did this do a festival run? Did you send it out to festivals?
Yeah, we did festivals and then Omeletto. It's finally out. Yay.
Nice. And how was that received?
It was received well. Yeah, the festival run was really fun, and it premiered at Nifty in Seattle. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
It's like it's this national film. What does it stand for? I don't know, talented youth or something like that.
International, I don't know.
But
National,
Nifty,
international.
National, international. It's everywhere.
yeah,
I'm just trying to think of the acronyms. NIFT.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But it was a great place to premiere it because the festival is for filmmakers who are, I think, 26 and under.
Wow.
So I was just surrounded by so many talented youth and like
up and comers.
up and coming filmmakers, and it was a very supportive crowd. Yeah.
What are you planning on doing next? Like, since this was released, you did the festival run and now you released it a month ago on Omeletto. What's the next thing for you?
Yeah, I mean, the To the Lights feature is, I'm currently developing that because there is a feature script written for it, but I think after having shot the short, it's like help inform the longer form story as well. So reworking some of that, and then also working on other projects and getting my first feature off the ground, which would be something much smaller scale than a feature set in North Korea and China.
Yeah.
Have you already started writing on that one?
Yeah, I have a 5th draft of it now, and I'm currently in the process of receiving feedback from my managers and then trying to go out and find a producer to attach to it soon, and then the whole financing and all of that. But
What's your writing process? Do you have like all the postcards? Note cards?
Yeah, no cards. Yeah.
On the wall.
I have never done that, but I usually start with the notes app on my laptop, and it's like just a bunch of jumbled ideas, and then I do an outline, and then I just open up final draft, and it's scary. And yeah.
Was there anything that you wanted to do differently?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, let's hear this then.
Of course. I definitely wish that at the end, when he's deciding to let her go, I think that is like the most important beat of probably the entire film. And that was just a really hard day to shoot. Because it was so emotionally heavy, and like we had a lot of coverage to get, and also working with a minor, you have like limited, hours on set, and I don't know if I had enough time, or maybe I don't know what it was, but I wasn't I didn't love that beat, how it came together. I think that like a lot of people had the question of like, why did he let her go, which was like semi-intentional, because I wanted people to have questions at the end so that they'd be curious for a feature. But I think that beat could have just been massaged a little more, where we see him make the decision, and that Like, my intention was that there was an urgency to this, that this was the broker's last escape, and that this was her really only chance of a better life, and that this decision had to be made now. But I don't really know if that came across, and I don't know. Sometimes I watch this back and I'm like, it just kind of feels like he was like fighting it, and then he lets her go. I don't know if that was like too quick or too simple, or if that like didn't come across. It didn't come across, I think, as clearly as I wanted it to.
Right.
What do you think it needed? Like a line of dialogue, or maybe like him looking at something?
I think that's the other thing, is I didn't know how I would have captured that. I think, like, obviously in a feature you can explore that with so much more time. So maybe it was just the nature of the short or of that scene. But maybe something, I know on set there wasn't anything more we could do, but maybe in post-production, like through the edit, I could have like lingered on a close-up longer or something. Yeah.
How long was post-production?
Ooh, yes, that's a great question.
Post-production, we shot the film like a few weeks before graduation, I think. And then I was traveling for a bit. I was editing as I was traveling, like on the train in Tokyo. And then I came.
That's so boss.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I had like my janky little hard drive like dangling on the train as we were going. And then I came back to LA in the fall. And long story short, we shot this in the summer, and then we finished post in the fall.
That's pretty fast.
When it was like October or November. Yeah.
Did you have any challenges in post?
I think I'm glad that I edited it, because editing is directing. And because everyone was so busy post-graduation, it was just easiest for me to do that. But I'm not a technically proficient editor, so like my timelines were a mess, and sometimes things would be out of sync, and just like the technical aspects I was so frustrated about. Like, I could never be an editor.
It's so it's small little things. I hate that.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, it was such a disorganized premiere project, but it had to be done. That was a challenge. I think also I was finishing post as I was starting a first job out of graduation that was pretty demanding of my time. So I would go to like our composer's house at like 11 p.m. and God bless him as well. Shout out Sam Ostroff. We'd be up till like 1 a.m., 1:30 a.m. as he was like live composing there in front of me.
Wow.
Or
he's playing the piano.
Yeah, literally him. Yeah. And then, all of the post stuff, it was like balancing that and the full-time assistant job was a struggle.
So you got no sleep.
Yeah, I got no sleep, basically.
But that was pretty fast.
Yeah, that
sometimes
really
like post can take a year.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to not. Yeah, I didn't want to lose steam or momentum. So I knew it was up to me to make it happen.
Right. So you knew you wanted to go into film school since high school?
Yes.
Do you recommend USC?
I honestly would. I feel like even though I had Zoom school for half of it, I really enjoyed my time at USC because of the people, and the nice thing about going to school in LA for film is that everyone just stays in LA.
Yeah,
so
don't go anywhere.
my whole
true,
community is here. My network is here. I feel like all my best friends were made in film school. So really, I just love it because of the people.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was the movie that made you want to be a filmmaker?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if there was a specific movie. I wanted to be an actor first, so that was kind of my main goal. And then I wanted to be a writer-director because of the lack of representation in acting and just the lack of opportunities I had.
Right.
So I wanted to tell my own stories and have
make your
more-
own opportunities.
Yeah, yeah. So that's kind of where my writing and directing stemmed from, was actually my initial passion for acting. Yeah.
How was your improv class?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I've never taken improv before, and I just finished like the 6-week basic like beginner class, and when I first
Is it like
started,
cringy at first?
Oh my god, you don't understand. I was so bad. To be bad at improv is really just, it feels
You have
bad.
to full send. That's
You
the
have to-
only
You have to
way.
just go for it.
Yeah.
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 And you just go up in front of a class and you fail continuously,
Yeah.
and you're just
Yeah.
not. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. But I've definitely improved, and I passed my class, because you have to pass, and then in order to move on throughout the course, there's like beginner, intermediate, advanced, blah blah blah. So I passed today, yay. I've learned a lot, definitely have a lot more learning to do, but improv is hard is all I can say. The first feature that I'm working on right now, it's called ESL. It's a comedy.
Okay.
And I would want to act in that as a protagonist.
Mm.
And so definitely gonna be channeling my improv skills now. And
Is it ESL? Is that the like English class?
yeah,
Like
English
it's-
second language.
Is that what you had to take in Hawaii?
No, but my parents, they run an ESL summer
Ah.
camp. So it's loosely inspired by that.
Oh my god, that's cute! Like
Yeah.
a summer camp ESL.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
kind of
That
reminds me
sounds
of
fun.
the theater camp movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the exact comp for it. Very
we're
much
watching
that
the same
tone.
thing.
Yes.
That's it.
Do you have a favorite film?
Yes. I can't think of things.
I have so many favorite films. I feel like I love the coming of age genre. Like, To the Lights is obviously a drama, but I also love comedy.
Mm.
The through line is always a young female protagonist, so I love movies like Lady Bird. Or
Ooh,
I also
Lady
love Pen 15. Pen 15 is one of my favorite
Pen
shows
15's
15.
amazing.
ever.
Little
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah, so just love Greta Gerwig.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also love like Stand By Me, and I also love musical movies. I don't know if I'd ever direct one because I'm not super musically
Like Mamma
inclined.
Mia?
Yes, literally one of my favorite movies of all time. Mamma Mia,
No, actually.
La La Land. Yeah, those are also. I also love Bong Joon-ho, so like Parasite.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Parasite.
I just read that Long Legs surpassed Parasite as the highest grossing film for Neon.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Have you seen Long Legs?
Yes.
What did you think?
Right? I know,
Right.
exactly.
Well,
We're
it
not going
was-
to say anything.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, without spoiling it, it was good until the reveal.
Yeah, that.
yeah.
I felt like it, without spoiling it, it wanted to do so much. And it couldn't really achieve.
Yeah, there were a lot of
Like a lot of
elements
it.
that they set up that they didn't follow through on. I want to say it's so bad, but
Yeah.
the little codes.
Yeah, the little codes. I thought it was going to be a little bit more about
Yeah.
that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah, what the heck?
But did you know the director for that was? Have you seen Legally Blonde?
Wait, that was so random
was
when I
so
found that out.
random.
That was so random.
It's
Good
like
for
what?
him.
Him?
Yeah.
It's just like Oscar. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm now when we ever watch like Legally Blonde, I'm like, that's the
That's the guy.
bastard.
Yeah. Well, his dad, didn't he direct American Psycho or something? Like his
Oh,
dad
really?
Oh, he's
is
a
a horror
Nepo
movie
baby.
director.
I
Yes.
didn't know that.
And I think his dad is a horror movie filmmaker, so that
okay.
I guess
makes sense.
explains this. Otherwise, I'd be like, what is the career trajectory
Right.
from Legally Blonde to this?
Yeah.
But
Not having acted in anything else and then all the way around 180.
yeah, love that for him. Marketing is great. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. But whatever. That's another day.
Yeah, I still was thoroughly entertained. I had so much fun in that movie. I was like on the edge of my seat
Yeah.
and genuinely had a great theater experience. I just was kind of like,
It fell flat a little.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you were pissed the whole time.
I was pissed. I was like, it looks beautiful, but I'm like, I want something to kind of like hit me. I'm not looking for like a jump scare or anything like that, but just kind of like,
Just the story beats.
yeah. I understand Nicolas Cage. Like he was like,
Right.
I think he just went over a little bit over the top. I mean, maybe it's just when I looked at
Yeah.
him, I was like, that's
When he was
Nicolas Cage, and like the cuckoo, and then him driving after the store. He just like goes wild. I'm like, what? And then it's supposed to connect with her later when she's driving to
yeah.
the ending. I'm like, oh, that was the payoff. That was what? Okay, that's what you set it up for. Like, I don't know.
I personally loved him. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah. You know, if you love Nicolas Cage being crazy, the movie to watch is Face Off.
Ooh, I
He's-
haven't watched it.
That has John Travolta and Nicolas Cage in it.
Whoa.
And if you don't think you can handle crazy, that's a
that
good
I,
one.
I still haven't
crazy.
watched
The
it.
premise of the movie is they switch faces.
Wow.
Face Off.
Face off.
Shout out
Face
Face Off.
Shout out everyone
No,
again.
seriously, that's a great. It's a very corny action film. I think it was like late '90s, early 2000s. But that's a good movie to watch if you like Nicolas Cage being wild.
Oh my gosh, fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
check that one.
Was
out.
Longlegs your most recent film that you watched?
I watched Twisters.
Yeah, I want to watch Twister.
That was so fun. Have you watched it?
No.
It's so fun. You have to go. It's
Twins.
Okay.
It was one of the most fun theater experiences also I've had in my life. I swear.
Did you do
It
the
was-
4D experience?
No, I
Oh,
think
that's
that would have.
crazy. They just spin you around in a scene.
Yeah.
Start flying up.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
No, I also love Glenn Powell, so that was a fun one.
Oh, okay.
I keep getting him mixed up with the actor from
Saltburn.
Saltburn.
I don't know
Barry
how.
Keoghan?
How? How? They're so opposite.
Same like rodent face.
No.
Rodent summer.
No, not at all. But Glenn, have you seen Hitman?
Yes,
Did
I
you
went
like
to
that?
Sundance and I watched Hitman.
Yeah, that
it
was a
was
good one.
it was
Yeah.
really fun as
That was
well.
good.
Yeah, that's what made me love Glenn Powell.
Yeah,
It was
he's
Hitman,
wide
yeah.
range of how he
Yeah.
acting, yeah.
Yeah, also love Daisy Edgar Jones. Love Normal People.
Nice.
Love Lee Isaac Chung. Yeah, Twisters was just like a fun time. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
take it seriously.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're just there for the fun. I don't think
That's
it's-
it.
I think that's pretty much it. We've
Okay,
hit our
cool.
we've hit our hour. Thank you, Emily Kim.
Thanks, Emily, for
Thank
coming.
Yeah. Well, where can they find you and
Mhm,
you know help
Oh,
you and support
yeah.
you with your next film and all that sort of stuff?
Oh yeah, you can check out my website emilyjk.com or my Instagram at Emily with an I EMILI.Kim. So Emily with a Y was taken. But yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you, Emily Kim, for coming out.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
Yeah, it's awesome. We'll have you again with another film you want to, promote
Yeah.
or whatever.
For sure.
And everyone
yeah.
follow her,
Follow
support
on
her.
Instagram, support
and if
her,
you ever
please.
do a GoFundMe, we'll link that
Right
right
under
Oh
the
underneath.
page,
yeah.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cool. Catch you guys later.
Bye.